Before we delve into this chilling tale, I urge you to support my channel by subscribing and clicking on the bell. In the early months of 2020, as the world grappled with the escalating challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic, a small town in Florida became the backdrop for a chilling and tragic tale. This story revolves around Gretchen Anthony, a 51-year-old woman navigating the uncertainties of life amid a global crisis. Gretchen's life had taken various turns, from her origins in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, to her pursuits in fashion school in New York City. Eventually settling in Florida, she embraced a career shift, working in the human resources department of Viking Utility, an electrical contractor. Her vibrant personality and love for people made the workforce her second family. Her second marriage to David Anthony seemed at first like a fairy tale. David, a former star college basketball player, had his own troubled past, marked by arrests and struggles with mental health. The couple enjoyed an active lifestyle, participating in sports and outdoor activities. However, their seemingly blissful union began to unravel as David's mental health deteriorated. Gretchen confided in friends about David's increasingly erratic behavior. She faced moments of fear and even resorted to locking herself in their bedroom to create distance. The relationship took a dark turn, culminating in Gretchen's decision to end the tumultuous marriage. In December 2019, she forced David to move out, changed the locks, and sought refuge at her mother's house. David's downward spiral continued. His obsession with the end of the world and bizarre behaviors raised concerns among friends and colleagues. He lost his job at the gym due to aggressive conduct, and his fixation on doomsday intensified after the tragic death of basketball legend Kobe Bryant in January 2020. As Gretchen sought to rebuild her life, the world plunged into chaos with the declaration of a global pandemic. The events that followed would expose the dark underbelly of a troubled relationship. On March 11th, with pandemic restrictions taking hold, David, convinced of an impending apocalypse, approached Gretchen, urging her to flee to Costa Rica. Caught between the uncertainties of the pandemic and her deteriorating marriage, Gretchen reluctantly allowed David into her home. Little did she know that this decision would seal her fate. On March 21st, chilling screams echoed from Gretchen's home, unnoticed by authorities. A neighbor reported hearing desperate cries and disturbing sounds, painting a horrifying picture of what transpired within those walls. In the following days, messages purportedly from Gretchen flooded the inboxes of friends and family. Detailing her worsening health, these messages were, in fact, a sinister cover-up. Concerns grew as Gretchen's daughter, Ava, received texts that sounded nothing like her mother's usual communication style. When investigators delved deeper, they discovered a web of lies meticulously woven by David Anthony. He had been using Gretchen's phone to create a false narrative, exploiting the pandemic as a shield for a far more sinister act. The search for Gretchen shifted from a missing person case to a murder investigation. Despite David's attempts to mislead authorities, technology and vigilant neighbors unraveled the truth. Surveillance footage revealed the horrifying moments leading to Gretchen's disappearance. On March 30th, detectives secured a warrant for David's arrest. In a shocking turn of events, David Anthony finally admitted guilt, leading authorities to Gretchen's lifeless body hidden in the woods, a mere 3 miles from her home. In December 2020, David Anthony accepted a plea deal, sparing himself from the death penalty but confessing to second-degree murder. He was sentenced to 38 years in prison, acknowledging that his delusions about the pandemic had played a role in his heinous crime. As the world continued to grapple with the challenges of the pandemic, the tragic story of Gretchen Anthony served as a stark reminder of the darkness that can lurk within the most unexpected corners of our lives.